back in the day, you know, by using these modern day emojis. Welcome everyone to a brand new episode from Egypt. So today we're gonna go and do a little tour of Saqqara, the other platform, you know, the other complex of pyramids, only this is gonna be a little bit different. They're mostly step pyramids and some of them are way older, around 100 years or so, compared to the big pyramids of Giza. So without further delay, let's go and get this Egyptian Saqqara expedition underway. So just made it to the tombs here at Saqqara, and it's a little bit more windy than it was previously, so I'm gonna try to capture a few things where the wind is blocked a little bit. So but you know, just notice these Egyptian sculptures and hieroglyphs on this tomb, and I thought it was a pretty good way to start the video. It's always fascinating to see the language, how they made sense back in the day, by using these modern day emojis, as you would call them. Ascending for the first time. So going through these tombs here, they're quite narrow, but very well preserved actually. Check it out. Yeah, this is probably 1.20 meters. So yeah, here's a better look of how small everything is. So this one pretty much goes to my waist, a little bit above. But also guys, check out all the hieroglyphs. Pretty much this whole wall right here is just covered. So looking at some of these hieroglyphs, yeah, here most likely they were redone because they look too well preserved. But they probably had a good starting point. From what I know, a lot of the details were kept in the sculpture, so it made it a little bit easier, I guess, to resculpt them, refurbish them. Now I was filming a little bit, and then all of a sudden this lady came and said, well, you're not allowed to photograph, you're not allowed to film, you're not allowed to do anything. And yeah, I kind of had to stop, and then I just waited for some people to move around a little bit in order to catch some photos. So right here I'm in a different tomb right now, and the one I was not allowed previously to film in had a lot of these hieroglyphs, images still colored, and here's a great example of how the other one looked, but the other ones are actually more intense. The red was way more intense. The orange, I guess. And check out here, you can see the hair being painted black, bodies being painted orange. Yeah, they're fascinating. Super fascinating. Just imagine this whole tomb if it was blood red, like the ones we have right here in front of us. So guys, right here we have a very failed attempt, in order to build a pyramid, and it's only a pile of rubble, or you know, at least that's what's acknowledged, that's what's agreed upon. But could have been a pyramid at one point, you know, when they get looted they may have been destroyed, or who knows what. So here's some information regarding the DJOSER step pyramid. As you can see, guys, this was around 2700 BC. It's quite impressive. You can pause and kind of read some of this if you want more information. But yeah, it's just fascinating to think. And at this step pyramid, guys, here in Saqqara, they're doing right now preservation. Check it out. You got scaffolding right there, and you got the guy in the with the wheelbarrow, or what the hell does he have there? No idea. But it's quite fascinating to see. There's another one. They're just walking like it's Tuesday on a pyramid. So got a little bit closer at this ruined pyramid, failed attempt pyramid, as I call it until now. And I don't know, it seems fascinating. It seems fascinating to see how many there were and how many resisted, or you know, who knows how it looked at that point. But yeah, this one of DJOSER, I guess it's similar size, maybe a little bit smaller than the one at Mikerino's from what I can tell. So all the way on top of one of the pyramids here in DAHSHUR. So this used to be called the Red Pyramid of DAHSHUR because it was painted red at one point. And this is one of the pyramids you can go in actually for a ticket price of just 60 pounds. So, you know, $3 or so. Makes it quite nice to see the pyramid. Hopefully they'll let us take some photographs. Whoa. Going deep down in the pyramid. This was no piece of cake. Shit, I'm sweating all over. Here's one of the chambers. I'm actually not allowed to photograph. The tomb at the end. I'm out of breath and it smells really bad, but this is phenomenal. How these were built thousands of years ago. Check out the shit. No idea if you can hear me really well right now, but check out this view right here with the low road leading to DAHSHUR pyramid. It's just phenomenal. It's very windy here, and right here we have another. It's fantastic. Okay guys, so made it to the second pyramid here at DAHSHUR. This is just phenomenal. This is just massive, colossal overall. I'm actually speaking in the camera sideways right now so I can block the wind from one side where it's blowing, but it's just phenomenal. It's really interesting because I remember learning about this pyramid 4th grade, you know, when I was 10, 11, whatever. And you know, this is the one that was actually, you know, constructed, and then halfway through they decided to take you know, a different angle, and as you can tell right there, it's not a pure perfect pyramid shape, but outstanding, and you know, it makes it quite unique. Some of the details, guys, of the side. It's just phenomenal. You know, you can imagine this being built nowadays. You know, even though they say, you know, the Great Pyramid was something that even with the latest technology is super hard to build, but imagine 4,000 years ago, 5,000 years ago, completely different game. So the last stop of the day, the ancient city of Memphis. So just made it here, and I'm not sure exactly what to expect, but it looks like they have another Sphinx right here. A very tiny one though. But yeah, let's go and see what this side has to offer. Here we have like a little palm avenue with some sculptures and, you know, quite a few archaeological pieces. In the museum they have a huge statue of Ramses II. Probably gonna go above and take some shots, but I have no idea why the nipple grabbed my attention as soon as I walked in. It's kind of odd. So a little bit disappointing that there's no more accessibility to some of the other sites here, but you know, for the first capital of Egypt, you know, founded by Menes all the way back in 3000 BC or so, you know, after he united Lower and Upper Egypt. So yeah, it's a little bit disappointing that we can't get to see more of it, but I guess it is what it is. So guys, taking in one last look at the pyramids and enjoying a little, you know, between lunch and supper, a little whatever you may call it. Most likely there's a name for it, but I have no idea. But just got myself 4 of these falafel eggplant curries for 25 cents, guys. 5 Egyptian pounds, super cheap. And I got like 4 pastries, some with cheese, some with dates and all that for my train ride to Aswan tonight. Switching the camera a little bit, my train ride will be around 13 hours or so, so it's gonna be a long journey. They're gonna provide us with some food, they're gonna give us breakfast as well, but you never know. So I decided to fill myself in a little bit with some of this pure outstanding Egyptian food. But either way, $2 guys for a whole bunch of food here. You know, I thought that Tunisia was cheap, but food wise Egypt, at least Cairo so far, has been you know, way cheaper. So guys, that was it for today. Just got back to my hotel, just took a shower, and I'm getting ready to go to the train station because I have a 13-hour train ride to Aswan, all the way in South Egypt. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode from the other complexes, the other pyramids that Egypt has to offer. Definitely recommend Saqqara and Dahshur. Highly recommended. Memphis, the last place that I visited, I was expecting more, but it looks like there was a lot of construction, a lot of things closed. The museum and the little court, those were the things that were open. So definitely inform yourself if you can visit more around Memphis, but in my opinion, I don't think it's worth it. It's just a check mark at that point because it's not as outstanding as Step Pyramid at the Saqqara, the DJOSER Pyramid, and also the Dahshur archaeological site with the little incline pyramid that was poorly constructed or whatever. It looks fantastic, it's unique. But until next time guys, gratitude should be the only attitude. Take care and I'll see you then. Peace.